Hey guys, Ellie here from the garden, and today I'm tackling this vegetable garden, and I am essentially removing a few things and planting a few things in. So I have a couple of brassicas that didn't amount to anything and they got attacked by pests, but I left them so that the pests could have them and they could leave the rest of the garden alone. So now I'm going to remove those plants and plant something healthy and happy in, and hopefully we can get an abundance from that. Let's go on an adventure. As you can see here are some of the brassicas I planted. This one is a cauliflower and this one is a cabbage. So we've had an excessive amount of heat and these plants have been attacked by insects, so they're really not going to amount to anything. So today I'll be removing these cabbage over there and a couple of other random things around the garden. We have to tidy up this area here with a Swiss chard in it just so that they get better airflow. They are suffering quite a bit with powdery mildew. Neaten up things like this. I am also hoping to trim back this lavender bush so that it opens up a little bit more space over here in the front of it, and thin out some of these marigolds. I might actually plant them somewhere else in the garden, but the aim is to plant out a few things, fix up a little bit of the chaos in this actual garden, and just get it prepped and ready. The garden is going to look fairly bare, but I'm also okay with that because it at least means that it's got room to grow. So as you can see, the garden is majority in the sun at the moment, and honestly I don't want to burn or fry or crisp up, so I'm going to avoid that, and I'm going to tackle these shady areas. I'm going to start with this one here in front of us. I'm going to pull out whatever needs to be pulled out, and yeah, we'll go from there. Hey guys, so while I was here by the chicken coop, I noticed that we have both male and female flowers, so I wanted to show you how those develop so you can identify them for yourself. So over here on this plant you can see this little flower over here has a long stem below it, and while the flower hasn't developed yet, nor has any kind of fruit, but if you come up a little bit to this part of the vine, you can see this little flower already has a fruit on it. So these long skinny ones turn into flowers like this with long skinny stems, and those are the male flowers, and those that have the little flowers and are successfully pollinated will start to develop little fruits, and they will grow, and hopefully you'll get some squash. So as you can see, it's pretty easy to identify which flowers are actually the males and which flowers are the females, so bear that in mind, and then you can actually start hand pollinating your own squash to ensure that you do get some fruit. Hey guys, so it's incredibly hot outside and I think I'm actually going to take a break and hide out in the shade for a little while, and I'll see you a little bit later. Hey guys, so it's a little bit cooler in the gardens in the shade again, so I'm going to get back to work. I am actually going to start in this area over here, and that's just because it's in the most shade and I need the most work done there. At least we got a pretty good harvest out of this. In this section of the garden, it's not necessarily densely planted or anything, the plants are just quite large. So over here I have a Brussels sprout, and it has started to make little Brussels sprouts. I'm not sure if you can see that. I'll show you a close-up shortly of what that looks like. But I'm not ready to let it go just yet. However, these tomatoes are growing quite successfully, and since it has a few fruits, I'm just going to take some of these base layer leaves off so that there's more movement. I am going to come around and put another stake in and just raise this slightly so that this particular branch is not in the walkway, so I'm not destroying my plants as I move around the garden. I spent the remainder of the afternoon merrily plugging my way through this garden and removing the things that needed to be removed and getting ready to plant out my cool new seedlings. I even filmed them for you. I had eggplant and some Thai red chilies, even some tomatoes that I wanted to plant, and they were beautiful. But little did I know that I wouldn't get it done, but fortunately, because we were hit with hail, and it was pretty severe. So I just wanted to say thanks for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate you guys taking the time out of your schedule to spend it with me in my garden, and it really does mean a lot. So I've included a little bit of footage just to show you what we were left with after the hail, the aftermath, if you will. But come back next week and you can see what we've done to improve our garden after this little hiccup, because we fell forward. Have a fantastic weekend, guys. Bye.